had so many problems today. Are getting dressed. It wouldn't surprise me that the sound wouldn't be working. So how are you? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Hi, David on Kick. I don't want to say, I don't like saying the H word. And also that's a lot to say.
At this time, my name was Hate Me If You Like. This was not the reason why I changed it. I actually did hear that from several other people, and I particularly wasn't the biggest fan of the name either. Vegan MAGA wasn't a previous idea that I had. It actually was one of my first ideas, but I ended up having the name Hate Me If You Like for just my regular YouTube channel before I started posting videos. And then when I decided to post videos, I just didn't bother to change it. After I started realizing that my channel was actually getting views, I'm like, you know what, I want to go back to the better name. So yeah, but this is the issue he's having with this. But again, I heard this from a few other people too.
So can I just call you Hat or
Definitely not Hat.
H?
That would be stupid. That would make
What
no
is a
sense.
shorter version of your name that you would like me to call you? So you know when I'm talking to you.
Yet,
I mean, but you're the only one here right now on YouTube, so it doesn't matter.
yet they want to be called a female's name. I'm just saying, like, doesn't want to say hate, but they want to be called a name that is not their biological name.
Right now, but it will, hopefully, maybe. I hate. Well, I take it back. After today, I don't like the word hate, but after today, there is somebody I fucking hate.
And who do you
And
think
look, I'm a Satanist, and you know,
a Satanist.
I fucking hate Donald Trump. Fuck him. What he did to Zelensky today in the Oval Office, and that fucking idiot Vance, and that pathetic drunk Higgs. No, hey, I'm not gonna say any. Hey, I'm a.
And please elaborate on exactly what they did.
Drunk too, but I mean, come on, they staged that to fuck over Ukraine.
No, anything that they do positive, it becomes staged.
Anyway, don't want to get political anymore.
There's people who say
I'm here
that
to have
the
fun.
assassination was staged simply to
But
discredit
anyway, hey,
any sympathy for Trump.
Hat, what can I call you? Like, what would you like your shorter version to be?
Well, when Wednesday comes, it's going to be Vegan MAGA, so that's what it can be.
Let me check my slides. Boom, king cake, motherfucker. So, Hat, where are you from?
I had asked multiple times. Actually, do I have? I'm sorry, I do have a comment. There we go. And see what I was saying.
Hey, look, you seem pretty cool. I'll make an exception for you. And it's your name. So, you know what? I shouldn't be judging. I shouldn't be saying I'm not going to say your name because it's the word hate. So, hey, all good. I'll call you Hate. How about that? Gotcha. You don't like it? You don't like Hat? I don't like Hate. I'll meet you in the middle. I'll call you Hate. How about that? Or Hatum. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll just call you Hate. No problem. You can hate me if you like.
Yeah, I just
try some different angles here. Down a nudge. Oh, not up. Down a nudge. Just a nudge. There we go. That's good enough. And let me fix the green screen. So, hey, what brings you to my channel on this
and here we go.
dark and dreary night? It does. I mean, that's why when I read the whole thing correctly, not trying to say hate me for like. I would absolutely agree with that statement. I understand what you're meaning. And hey, I feel the same way. If you don't like my channel, you know what? Hey, you don't have to be mean about it. Hate me if you like. Dun, dun, dun. Why is Kick so fucking slow tonight? It's a fucking Friday. I usually have like 30 people in the Kick already, and only one.
Yeah.
David, where is everybody else? But I need to get busy on my episodes here. So, Hate, I'm going to be recording my YouTube, like the actual show. This is the stream. Okay, got to get a big swig.
Okay, gonna go back a little bit.
Adding that I can't keep up with, except last time when I was streaming last weekend, I couldn't keep up with that. Was the first week. That was the first session this year that I could not keep up with the chat. But that was across Chatterbait and Kick and Vaughn Live. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to a brand spanking new episode of the Frost Bite. Meh, nothing special. I would not waste my good Belvedere vodka on mixing it with this, except for purposes of education in terms of educating all of you lovely people out there. So that being said, king cake soda, it's fine. It tastes like cream soda. Don't have a problem with the soda. It's fine. Unlike that Coke Orange from a couple weeks ago, fuck that shit. That was disgusting. This soda, the next episode is the 10 best movies that take place in New Orleans. Not that we're filmed there. A lot of movies are filmed there that don't take place in New Orleans. But these are the top 10 movies from a Louisianian that take place in New Orleans. Bobby, thank you so much. So in the meantime, let me throw back up the Kick chat. Bobby, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know I love a compliment. Or 3 or 4 or roses that rain from the ceiling on Kick. Or in real life, American Beauty style, without the, rage shooting at the end. Excuse me. Stuff. Order. Somebody that likes, that thinks pronouns are important and still calls it the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, I do, because I think that is a lot of grandstanding. Oh, I'm glad. Okay. Hey, I'm glad you're still here. I hope you heard me when I was saying, I think that, look, I do not despise Trump. There's a lot of people on the left that want to just go like hate, they want to hate. Like I said, I don't like the word hate. I don't hate anybody. Although again, my tolerance is getting worn thin by what is happening in this, to me, the things that are happening are
everything
escalating.
That's happening in this country been happening in the last 4 years. Trump only been in office for a month.
And they're escalating in a way that I don't agree with. Okay. Now look, the tax plan, for example. Oh, you did? Okay. Hey, sorry. Okay. If you missed it, what I said was I saw your comment about where you said, to quote you, anyways, I'm a Trump supporter, so I watch other people have views. That's why I joined. I said that I think that is amazing. Seriously, legit. No sarcasm. I think that's fantastic that you're doing that. I think everybody should do that, because by talking to each other, we can find common ground. And just because I'm on the left doesn't mean I because, and people do this on both sides, but it's like, I really don't think they should be going after, trans people. Oh, well, I guess you want illegal immigrants to come in the country too. Like, I didn't.
Nobody has gone after trans people. Trans people have not been targeted in any way or form.
Didn't say that. That's a complicated issue too. All I'm saying is we are discriminating 1% of the population that just wants to exist.
Again, nobody is preventing them from existing. We're restricting the ability to disrupt biological women's spaces.
And in full disclosure, me myself, I do not consider myself trans. I am, I'm an old. There's an old term called transvestite, which is what I am. But now we don't use that term to avoid confusion with people who are transitioning. So we say no now.
Okay, I think this whole thing is confusion. Anybody in the alphabet community are quite confused. But protecting legitimate females' rights is not targeting, eliminating trans people in any way.
Now cross-dresser is a blanket term for people like me. I live my life day to day as a man, and then I get on here and I get my rocks off dressed. I find this incredibly erotic and sexy.
Okay, that just admitted it. He just said he gets his rocks off by doing this, and then went on to say that he it's what was it, erotic something.
Man, and there is a blanket term for people like me. I live my life day to day as a man, and then I get on here and I get my rocks off dressed. I find this incredibly erotic and sexy.
They find it incredibly exotic and sexy. Yet when you say that drag queens don't belong in schools, or drag queens don't belong at libraries with kids, because, like they said, it is a sexual fetish. It's a form of exotic display or performance, like stripping would be, uh, and it doesn't belong anywhere around kids. Right now, the biggest group of any is another subject, but anyone being suppressed or um, abused in any way or form are animals and kids. Child's lives matter. Those are the people being truly suppressed right now.
I love drag. I think, I love the art of drag. I love the creativity of coming up with outfits. I love new looks. That's just something I love. And why does that have to matter or make people angry just because I was born with a dick between my legs and not a vagina?
See, the drag queen thing, if they would stick to adult areas, I would be completely fine with it. I'm just opposed to drag queens being around kids in any way or form. In the same way that I would not want strippers to be around kids.
That's what's great. It's the same thing to where, you know, a woman can go out wearing a man's shirt, live her life. Nobody gives a good goddamn. Nobody cares. Not a single person cares. Guy walks out in a dress, immediately the pearl clutching starts. And
That's not entirely true. I mean, majority of conservatives are against trans men too. I don't want women dressing as men. Also, what exactly do you mean by a male T-shirt? I mean, most women I know don't wear male T-shirts. They might wear a tank top, a T-shirt, but they're not dressing as men. You make it sound like every and all women are dressing as men, and trans people are unfortunately, widely accepted. I mean, trans uh, men dressing as women, going out in dresses, and going into female spaces is happening and has been happening for a few years.
that's ridiculous. Now look, if the dress isn't fitting right, honey, you need to get that fit taken care of. Yeah, then we'll talk. Okay. But my biggest issues with Trump are: one, I do not think he is a good person. I think he is all about himself.
First off, being a good person, I mean, that's in the eyes of the beholder what you would have to explain that a little more. Like, what does being a good person mean? I mean, I don't think if you're not a vegan, I don't think you're a good person. Some would say, certain religions or whatever, you're not a good person if you don't believe this or that. But then if you're just saying that he's a bit of an asshole, he can be rude or mean, well, that uh, being nice or being kind isn't exactly a requirement for being the president. You could be an amazing leader. You could have amazing. You could have amazing policies. And Trump has some amazing attributes. He has some incredible skills that makes him uh, a amazing leader.
And look, hey, that is not to say that any other politician, the Democrats, Kamala, I liked more about her than I did about Trump.
Nah, you just hated Trump. You just delusionally hate Trump, and anybody, anybody that they put there, you would vote for, like that incompetent loser, Kamala.
I usually vote third party. I voted third party in every single presidential election except this one because from everything that was being said, um, I did not want Trump to win. And that's just to be honest. And the reasons are because his primary base, and again, not everybody who voted for him, but his primary base is the evangelicals. And the evangelical portion of this nation, and hey, if this is you, I do apologize. I think they are incredibly misguided. Because in fact, if you look, if you become a true,
In a lot of ways, they're right. He's right. But majority. I mean, Trump won. Trump won. He won the popular vote. And I'm actually a little, I want him to win. I was rooting for him to win. I voted for him to win. However, I was quite surprised that he won because the way it seemed as if majority of people do hate him.
scholar of the Bible, for example, if you actually look into actual historical data about translations and what things were back then, you can easily see how far off we are from that. Because first off, Jesus wouldn't take away trans people's rights. Anybody who's
Okay, that's a couple of things to go with there. Um, First off, he's basically saying, backtrack a little bit, that he doesn't. One of the major reasons he doesn't support Trump is because most Trump followers or most Trump supporters are Christians. So that's his reason, is to discredit, a politician. I mean, that would be most of the politicians. At least they pretend to be Christians. Um, I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in religion. But to say that I'm gonna deny or discredit somebody's potential of leading the country simply because of their religious belief, to say I'm not going to vote for somebody because of their religious belief, or to say that I dislike them because of the religious belief, that's all ridiculous. Jesus did talk about trans people because he talked against both homosexuality and pervertedness. He called homosexuality an abomination. Trans women are men. They are biological men who date men in most cases, which would make them a homosexual. He also does talk about men acting as men, women acting as women. He says in the Bible that men should not behave as women, that they not should not dress as women. Um, he often talks about different types of lust and pervertedness, which would be the cross-dresser fetish side of trans people.
Who says that? You don't read the fucking Bible, like legit read it and understand it. Jesus loved everybody, and discrimination is
He did love everybody, but he also does not. He's also opposed to sin. I mean, that logic could be used towards anything. So you can't tell any type of sinner, anybody doing any type of bad behavior. You only use that with um, with what with your values, with your moral values. Like if I said, "Well, Jesus loved everybody, so you shouldn't be against a pedophile." Well, Jesus loves everybody, so you shouldn't be against racism. Well, Jesus wouldn't hate a racist. Jesus wouldn't hate a pedophile. I mean, he would love them, but he would hate the act. He would hate what they're doing. He would still condemn them. He would still put uh, certain laws in place to prevent those things, to prevent those lifestyles, those offenses, those evil acts. He would, yes, he would love the people. It doesn't mean that we should. I don't love people who do evil acts.
not love. Period. Because my philosophy on God, I consider myself, I'm an atheist. I was raised Southern Baptist. Now I'm an atheist. And the biggest reason I'm an atheist is because all these people that claim they're Christian are really not following any of the teachings of Jesus. I mean, legit, seriously. And that aside, with Trump, it's, the man needs to shut the fuck up. He just says random shit. Just the other day, he said that Zelensky was a dictator, and then I think it was this morning or yesterday morning, he's like, I didn't say that. I don't think I ever said that. Motherfucker, you just said it. It was on every fucking news outlet.
Well, it's because what he said was taken out of content. He didn't say that exactly in those exact words. And in a lot of ways, he does represent, or he at least, very least, has similarities to a dictator. And even saying that, people have called Trump Hitler. People have called Trump a dictator. But that's okay. It's fine to say it about Trump when there's no evidence to say that. There's no reasons to make that comparison. Even if he did say it, so what? Like, why would that be horrible?
You know? And hate again. That's why I don't like the word hate. There's no room for hate. In terms of legit hate. Like, do I hate Trump supporters? No. I wish they would just step away. Because here's the problem in America. We used to idolize sports stars and movie stars and rock stars. Now people are idolizing politicians.
Okay. And unfortunately, majority of our politicians don't have the or not the best role models. I'll agree that a lot of politicians do lie. A lot of politicians, unfortunately, can be crooked. But think about what uh, he just said there. I mean, think about what he just said there. We used to idolize rock stars and sports stars and celebrity. For one, we still do that. We still do that, and more often than we do politicians. But is that any better? Politicians and celebrities are horrible. And I would actually say the reverse role. Why is it okay for me to embrace or look up to or idolize a celebrity who probably has horrible morals. You know, somebody like Carly B or something like that. That would be fine, right? There'd be no problem if I was a fan of hers. But or Sexy Red or something, you know. So, oh yeah, that would be cool. Nobody would have an issue with that. But if you embrace a politician, now somehow you're discredited. You're bad for that. That
And that is a huge problem, honey. That's how we get to fucking, that's how we get to Nazism. That's how we get to Stalin.
wait. So it's Nazism if I look up to a politician, if I like a politician. So if I say, I mean, by that logic, okay. So if I say that I looked up to Abraham Lincoln when I was younger, if I say that, I looked up to Obama, which I did, and Obama was one of the most horrible presidents we ever had. But if somebody says that they admire Obama for what he accomplished, and they believe he's a very successful man if they wear T-shirts with Obama on it, oh, that's very dangerous. That's Nazism. It's Nazism to say that you respect and look up to Obama. That's Nazism.
And that's how we get, and every fucking day we're getting closer to fucking Russia, because let's be honest. I mean, what happened in the White House today was a disgrace how they talked to Zelensky. Whether you voted, in my opinion, I'm not an absolutist. I do not know everything. I only can make a comment on what I see, what I feel, what I think. And anyway, to get back, what happened in the White House today, I think was a disgrace to the American people and for everything that America has stood for, because it is a fact that Russia invaded Ukraine. That is a stone cold Steve Austin motherfucking fact. And the United States wants to basically give Russia a pass to invade a sovereign nation. And again, Trump he just talks. He doesn't have a filter. On one hand, if what he was saying was, to me, was pertinent, but to say that you want to remove people from Gaza and build like a really nice community, let me tell you, when the definition of ethnic cleansing is moving people, a group of people out of a location, that is legit. Like, I summed it up. That is a legit definition of ethnic
The
cleansing.
definition of ethnic cleansing is killing a group of people. It's genocide.
And that is wrong. For America to be even, the president of the United States to even think to float that idea, to me, is insane, because this is America. We're supposed to be that shining city on a hill, and we're becoming the fucking gutter. Okay, let me touch on what you said. Okay, so, hey, let me ask you this. Have you seen a woman who has fully transitioned to a man?
Okay. Getting time's running out here for the site that I'm recording on. So I'm going to end the video here and maybe make a part 2 to this. So yeah, I'm Vegan MAGA. Like, subscribe. I have a debate or discussion with this person, Frostbite, coming up this Wednesday. And that would be done on my channel. So I set the notification if you want to watch that.